Hey traders, so I'm feeling on a roll today, and this is actually my second video, but it has another great example of price action structure that I wanted to share. This is another longer term trade that I'm holding on CMI. It's not very hard to see that this thing is bullish, and it's been going pretty strong all year since the bottom back in March. But there's structure in here that I want to point out so that other people can see it for themselves. And what I'm talking about is really this little area right here. And this is kind of the starting point of my trade. Let's zoom down just a little bit more to see what that looks like. And so this is on the 30. I went from the daily to the 30-minute. And in here, from about the 10th of August all the way through to about September 24th, you had this consolidation period. Little, you can draw a rectangle here like I did. You can see that price is just kind of banding around in that structure. And if you notice this little abnormality right here, this is one of the spikes that I like to look for. And so that was actually when it did this in the morning. That morning, I caught it and I took a trade on it based there. And the reason I really liked it was because it was holding these supports right here. Basically, that spiked down, got a bunch of people out that might have been long and had their stops down there. Also, sort of matched up with this last high back here in July. So we've got a really nice and powerful signal. And again, one of the reasons I'm doing this is to show the power of the 50% retracement levels. Go from this high down to its retracement up to there. And sure enough, boom, there we have where we're basically holding that 50% of that move right there, demonstrating how powerful that can be. So all these kind of factored into the fact that I wanted to take this as a long trade with a profit target up at the top of the range here. That's a nice conservative target, but leave some on for what happened. And of course, if I take profit up here, you have that thing that I'm sure if you've been trading long enough, you run into where it goes up a little bit, you get happy, and then bam, comes all the way down almost to your entry. Man, that sucks. But if you were getting nervous about it, if you didn't already have profit off the table, then maybe you puke up your position back at support, and you don't want to do that. So take a little bit of profit, remove the emotion from it, and be able to ride it. So let's look at what happened. Let's zoom out just a little more so we're not so down in the weeds on the 30-minute. So this is a second example of how the 50% retracement level came into play. So let's look at just before, or actually let's on earnings. So let's look at the day of earnings. So earnings came out on the 27th of October right here. And you had a big spike up here, and then it just crashed right back down. And so always be looking around earnings, because that's when price of a stock can really move. All this that happens in the past, that's influenced by the market, by people buying and selling. But earnings are that catalyst event that can really move the market of the stock in particular. So again, let's look back at this low from the bottom of this range that we started this big impulse move. From here up to that high, let's see where that 50% retracement level is. Look at how perfect it matches up with the top of the prior range. Do you think that this might be a level? Well, let's see. Next day after earnings, spikes down, gets a little bit below it. But given a little bit of time, sure enough, it holds that level. Didn't trade this because I was just holding on to my long-term position. But man, this right here, I love this. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup. Because say you're being patient and you notice that the bars are opening and closing below this level, I would not blame you for saying, okay, this is breaking the level. I'm not going to trade it. But once you get above it and you get a pullback to that level, you already know that it's backed up in the past by the past highs from the previous range. Very, very clear. And it's that 50% retracement. Man, that is a good level. And that is a great trading opportunity. I'm wishing, you see, I'm fawning over it right now because this is the kind of thing that I would want to look for. All you'd have to do is just put your, stop below there, play it up to a real conservative high. That's like a 5-to-1 trade right there. That is great. That is fantastic. And so, going forward now, you'd have even more. So you got to look for these. It's incredibly powerful to look for these 50% levels, especially when they match up with past highs and lows. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful setups. I mean, they come around every once in a while, and you have to be patient for them, but look for them, and you can find some great trading opportunities you can be proud about. So draw them up, use your fib tool in TradingView, and good luck. Be patient. You'll find great trades. See you guys in the next video.